Welcome to my channel, Valuable Rare Coin, where small US coins hold big value. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and discover hidden treasures in your change. Let's dive in. First, uncover a very special modern coin that has gained surprising attention in the world of numismatics, the 2009 Lincoln 1-cent coin, Formative Years Edition. Now, you may be thinking, it's just a penny from 2009. But hold on, because this particular cent is far more than just pocket change. With the right features, rare errors, and exceptional condition, this little coin has shocked collectors by reaching unbelievable values. If you're a true coin lover, you'll want to listen closely, because what looks like an ordinary coin could be your next hidden treasure. The 2009 Lincoln cent was released to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the original Lincoln cent. Instead of the classic Lincoln memorial design, the reverse side features 4 unique scenes from his life, and the one we're focusing on today is the Formative Years reverse, which shows a young Abraham Lincoln sitting on a log reading a book, with tools of a rail splitter by his side. It beautifully represents Lincoln's early years of learning and labor in Indiana, making it a deeply symbolic piece of American heritage. Even though these coins were released into general circulation, the U.S. Mint also struck special versions, including satin finish coins for collector sets and business strike coins that can still be found in circulation today. But not all 2009 Formative Years pennies are created equal. Some of them were struck with dramatic and rare errors, and these are the coins that are driving collectors wild and setting auction records across the country. One of the most famous and valuable errors on the 2009 Formative Years penny is the extra fingers variety. That's right, on certain coins, Lincoln's hand on the log appears to have more than 5 fingers due to a die clash or die doubling. Some versions show what looks like a 6th or even a 7th finger on the thumb or below the hand, creating a creepy yet collectible error that's easy to identify with a magnifying glass. This error isn't common, and the more dramatic the doubling, the more valuable the coin becomes. Another variation to look out for is doubling on Lincoln's hand, book, or log, caused by a double die during the minting process. These double die varieties give the coin a layered or shadowed appearance, and when they are found in uncirculated or mint state condition, they fetch premium prices. Collectors pay especially close attention to coins that are graded MS66 or higher, particularly those with full red luster and minimal contact marks. Combine a pristine grade with a visible error, and you've got a coin that everyone wants in their collection. To give you a real sense of what these coins are doing in the market, let's talk about recent sales. At a major auction, a 2009 Lincoln Formative Years penny with a clearly defined extra fingers error, graded MS67RD by PCGS, stunned collectors and bidders alike. The coin looked absolutely flawless, blazing with original red shine, razor-sharp details, and one of the boldest visible errors seen on this design. The bidding quickly escalated, and when the final gavel dropped, the final price reached an incredible $40,000. That's right, a 1-cent coin worth $40,000 because of a rare error and perfect preservation. So now the question is, do you have one of these valuable coins? It's time to search through your penny rolls, check your change jars, or look through those old coin folders. Grab a magnifying glass or a digital microscope and examine Lincoln's hand on the reverse. Look closely at the fingers, the thumb, the book, and the log. If you spot something unusual, extra digits, odd doubling, or strange lines, you may be holding a very rare variety. And if your coin is still red and in mint condition, get it graded by a professional service like NGC or PCGS, because you could be sitting on a small fortune. We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you ever found a 2009 Lincoln penny with an error? Do you think you have one of these valuable extra fingers varieties? Share your stories, drop your questions, and join the conversation with fellow collectors who are just as excited as you are to uncover hidden gems in their collections. Second rare coin, spotlight on one of the most historic, symbolic, and surprisingly valuable coins in modern American coinage, the Lincoln Bicentennial 1-cent coin from 2009. Now, don't let its recent mint date fool you. This coin carries a deep historical legacy, powerful design symbolism, and in rare cases, a jaw-dropping value that has stunned even veteran collectors. If you're someone who loves American history, numismatic beauty, or the thrill of rare discoveries, then listen closely, because this coin might just be hiding in your pocket or your change jar right now. 2009 marked a milestone year for the United States, the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. To celebrate this bicentennial moment, the U.S. Mint released 4 unique reverse designs for the Lincoln cent, each one representing a different chapter in Lincoln's extraordinary life. These included birth and early childhood in Kentucky, formative years in Indiana, professional life in Illinois, and presidency in Washington, D.C. Each design tells a story, not just about Lincoln, but about America's growth and transformation during his lifetime. Together, they form one of the most meaningful coin sets ever released by the U.S. Mint. Even though these coins were produced in large numbers, not all of them are the same, and this is where things get exciting. Collectors discovered that some 2009 Lincoln bicentennial cents contain rare mint errors and valuable varieties that can turn this humble penny into a serious numismatic treasure. Combine one of these rare errors with a coin in high mint state condition, especially those graded MS66 or higher with full red luster, and you're looking at a coin that can spark bidding wars at auction and land a place in elite coin collections. One of the most sought-after errors is found on the formative years reverse, where Lincoln is shown sitting on a log, reading a book. On certain coins, Lincoln's hand appears to have extra fingers or strange doubling effects due to a misaligned die. This is famously known as the extra fingers variety, and it has become a sensation in the coin collecting world. It's easy to miss without a magnifying glass, but once you spot the unusual finger formation or doubling, it becomes a very desirable coin. These errors are not just fascinating, they're worth serious money when found in high-grade condition. Another stunning error collectors seek is the doubled die, especially on the lettering of the inscriptions or in the finer details of Lincoln's figure and surroundings. Doubling can be seen in the words United States of America or 1 cent, and sometimes even in the date itself. A sharply struck double die on a 2009 bicentennial cent makes it far more valuable, especially if it has no scratches, full detail, and that glowing red color that signifies it's never been in circulation. Let's not forget the professional life reverse, where Lincoln is depicted standing in front of the Illinois state capitol. On some coins, misstruck elements, weak details, or even planchet flaws have created unique, collectible versions that have fetched hundreds, and in some rare cases, thousands of dollars at auction. Coins with these striking errors combined with a mint state red designation are in very high demand by collectors who want a complete and rare set of all 4 designs. Grading is crucial here. The highest value coins are those in MS67RD or better, meaning they've retained their original copper shine and have 0 signs of wear or damage. Add a mint error or visible doubling, and your Lincoln bicentennial cent jumps from spare change to star of the show. These coins are now recognized as key modern collectibles, pieces that blend artistic design, patriotic tribute, and the excitement of discovery into one unforgettable coin in recent auctions. Some of these rare 2009 Lincoln bicentennial cents with extra fingers or bold double dies have been authenticated, graded, and sold for impressive prices. One spectacular example featuring the formative years design with the extra fingers error and graded MS67RD recently sold for a staggering $30,000. That's right, a single 1 cent coin transformed into a $30,000 prize because of its condition, historical significance, and rare minting error. So what can you do? Start searching your change. Examine those 2009 Lincoln pennies very closely. Look at Lincoln's hands, check the lettering, inspect every detail under good lighting or with a coin microscope. If you notice unusual doubling, extra lines, or strange features, you may be looking at a hidden gem. And if your coin appears flawless and shiny, consider submitting it for professional grading. It's the best way to validate and unlock its true value in the collector's market. Third expensive coin is going to be all about a modern yet truly historic and valuable coin, the 2009 D Lincoln Bicentennial 1 cent coin, specifically the professional life reverse design. Don't let the fact that it's a penny from 2009 fool you. This 1-cent coin carries powerful meaning, striking design, and in some rare cases, a market value that's completely jaw-dropping. So sit back, listen closely, and pay attention to every detail, because this modern marvel could be hiding in your change, and if it has the right features, it could be worth far more than you'd ever imagine. In 2009, the United States Mint released a special 4-coin series to honor the 200th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. These were no ordinary pennies, each one had a different reverse design, telling the story of Lincoln's life. The coin we're spotlighting today, the Professional Life Cent, captures Lincoln standing tall in front of the Illinois State Capitol in Springfield, where his career as a statesman and lawyer took root. It's a powerful image that reflects a turning point in his life, a symbol of ambition, dedication, and the start of his legacy as one of America's greatest presidents. The 2009 Professional Life penny, minted in Denver, was released into general circulation, and while millions were struck, only a tiny fraction remain in brilliant, uncirculated condition. Even fewer have been discovered with unusual and valuable mint errors that drive collectors wild. These coins tell a story not just through design, but also through their rarity and the exciting hunt to find one in top-tier condition with hidden anomalies. These are the coins that transform everyday collectors into proud owners of coins worth thousands. Now, let's dive into what makes this coin so special to numismatists. One of the most thrilling elements is the presence of doubled die errors, especially visible in the inscriptions like United States of America, E pluribus unum, and even 1 cent. On some coins, these letters appear slightly doubled, creating a shadow effect that's a result of misalignment during the die creation process. These double dies are extremely collectible, especially when the doubling is bold, crisp, and visible without much magnification. Another sought-after variety is the die crack, which can appear as a raised line across Lincoln's figure, the Capitol building, or through the fields of the coin. These are not signs of damage. They're unique minting flaws that happen during the striking process and make your coin one of a kind. A dramatic die crack, especially one that flows through Lincoln's legs or across the Capitol, adds enormous character and value to the coin, and collectors love the dramatic stories these errors tell. Also keep your eyes peeled for off-center strikes, where the coin design is shifted to one side and part of the image is missing. The more dramatic the off-center strike, the more valuable the coin becomes, especially if the date and mint mark are still clearly visible. These kinds of errors are extremely rare in modern coins, making them absolute treasures when discovered in pristine condition. But what truly elevates the value of the 2009 Professional Life penny is when it is found in mint state red condition, with a grading of MS66 or higher. This level of quality means the coin has never been circulated, retains its full original copper shine, and shows zero signs of wear or damage. Combine that with any of the above-mentioned errors, and you have a coin that's instantly elevated from common to collectible, from overlooked to outstanding, at a recent coin auction. A 2009 Professional Life Cent with an exceptionally bold double die and graded MS67 red stunned the collectors in the room. Its brilliance, flawless surfaces, and error rarity caught the eyes of serious investors. After intense bidding, this small copper coin sold for an incredible $20,000. That's right, a single modern penny valued at $20,000 simply because it was struck perfectly, preserved beautifully, and included an unmistakable minting anomaly that made it shine like a star. So what does this mean for you, the collector watching right now? It means the next time you go through your pocket change, coin rolls, or even that old jar of coins, you could find one of these rare 2009 Professional Life pennies. Examine it closely, check the lettering, inspect Lincoln's figure, study the Capitol dome, look for doubling, cracks, or off-center features. And if your coin gleams with that rich red luster and seems untouched by circulation, you might just be holding a treasure far beyond 1 cent, and we want to hear from you. Have you found a 2009 Professional Life Cent with something unusual? Do you suspect you have a double die, or a strange line that might be a die crack? Share your stories in the comments below. This is a community built on curiosity, discovery, and excitement, and your story might inspire someone else to look a little closer at the coins in their hands. Especially, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1976 US 1-cent coin, a coin that may look common on the outside, but hides a world of rare possibilities inside. This isn't just about any old penny, no. The 1976 Lincoln cent has gained massive attention in the numismatic community for its fascinating errors, collectible condition, and high-demand varieties that have made headlines in recent auctions. So stay with me till the end, because this little copper coin has the potential to be worth much more than face value. Let's set the scene. The year is 1976, a historic moment in the United States. It marked the bicentennial year of American independence, and while most of the attention was on the special quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins issued to commemorate 200 years of freedom, the humble Lincoln cent quietly continued its traditional design. But don't be fooled. Even without a design change, the 1976 Lincoln penny carries significant value when it comes to rare mint errors and uncirculated conditions. That's exactly why collectors are hunting for this coin, especially those with unique characteristics that elevate them from everyday pocket change to investment-grade collectibles. Now let's get to the heart of what makes the 1976 Lincoln penny so exciting: rare errors and high-quality preservation. Some of the most valuable 1976 pennies feature double die errors, where parts of the coin's design, such as the date, the word liberty, or the phrase "In God We Trust," appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. These doubled images are easy to spot with a magnifying glass and are among the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. A strong double die, especially when paired with a full red mint state surface, becomes an instant treasure. Another rare and eye-catching feature is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin isn't perfectly aligned in the press, causing the design to shift and part of the coin to be blank. The more off-center the strike, especially when the date is still visible, the more valuable the coin becomes. These are exciting finds because they are so visually dramatic and clearly distinguishable, even to new collectors. Also, some 1976 pennies were struck on foreign planchets or incorrect metal blanks, giving them a different weight or color. These rare minting mistakes can only be discovered by weighing the coin or identifying unusual surface appearances, but when authenticated, they become extremely desirable to collectors looking for unusual mint mishaps. Let's not forget about die cracks, cuts, and BI errors. Die cracks show up as raised lines on the coin's surface due to damage on the die used to strike the coin. Cuts are missing pieces along the rim of the coin that look like blobs of extra metal. The BI error is a classic Lincoln cent variety where a die break appears between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like the word BIE. All of these are collector favorites and add tremendous character and uniqueness to the coin, but it's not just the errors that make the 1976 penny valuable. The condition of the coin is critical. Coins that have never been circulated and maintain their bright, red copper color are graded as mint state red, MS-SARD. Coins graded MS-66 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are considered top tier. And when a high-grade coin also features one of these exciting mint errors, that's when its value skyrockets in the market. Now let's talk about real-world value. Recently, at a major coin auction, a 1976 Lincoln cent with a sharp double die obverse and graded MS-67 red made headlines. The coin's brilliant luster, flawless surfaces, and dramatic error pushed it into the spotlight, catching the eye of seasoned collectors. After an intense bidding war, that single penny sold for an astounding $60,000. Yes, you heard that right. $60,000 for one copper cent that combined rarity, perfection, and historical intrigue. So, what does this mean for you? It means now is the time to check your old coin jars, examine your penny rolls, and search your collection for 1976 Lincoln cents. Use a magnifier, look closely at the lettering, the date, and Lincoln's features. Pay special attention to anything unusual, a shift in alignment, extra lines, or even a strange texture. Weigh the coin if you suspect it might have been struck on the wrong planchet. If your coin looks pristine and has one of these standout features, you could be holding a hidden fortune. Last unique coin, we're talking about the 1982D Lincoln 1-cent coin. What makes this coin so special isn't just its design or its year, but the unexpected combinations of metal composition changes, rare transitional errors, and the excitement of high-value discoveries that continue to thrill collectors across the country. So sit tight and listen closely, because this is one episode you don't want to miss. Let's rewind for a moment to 1982, a pivotal year in the U.S. mint's history. The price of copper was rising fast, and producing 1-cent coins with 95% copper was becoming more expensive than the coin's face value. So mid-year, the U.S. Mint made a major change. It switched from copper coins to a new composition of copper-plated zinc. But this wasn't done overnight. For months, both copper and zinc cents were produced, sometimes even on the same day. This resulted in several transitional varieties and minting overlaps, especially with coins minted in Denver, marked by the D mint mark, and that's exactly what makes the 1982 D cent so interesting and valuable today. One of the most prized finds is the 1982 D small date struck on a copper planchet. Now here's the catch: Denver wasn't supposed to strike any small date cents in copper that year. They were only supposed to be struck on zinc planchets. But somehow, a few slipped through the cracks and made it into circulation. These are extremely rare and command huge value when authenticated. To identify these special coins, you'll want to weigh them. A genuine copper cent weighs 3.11 grams, while a zinc cent is much lighter at 2.5 grams. If you find a 1982 D small date that weighs in at 3.11 grams, you may have hit the jackpot, but that's not all. Even within the 1982 D cents, collectors are constantly hunting for die variations, doubling on the date or lettering, and die cracks that make your coin unique and highly collectible. Look closely at Liberty and In God We Trust. Some of these coins show light to moderate doubling, and if your coin is also in mint state red condition, the value can multiply quickly. Coins that show strong strikes, sharp details, and that unmistakable red copper shine are especially in demand by top collectors and investors. Another feature to watch for is the misaligned die or off-center strike. This happens when the upper and lower dies are not properly aligned, creating a coin with part of the design shifted or missing. These types of errors are highly visible, easy to spot, and incredibly appealing to collectors who love variety and dramatic appearances. And when paired with an uncirculated finish, even minor misalignments can make your 1982 D penny stand out in a big way. Professional grading is a must if you think you've got something special. The market for high-grade coins, particularly those certified by PCGS or NGC, continues to grow, and investors are constantly looking to purchase these coins for top dollar. Coins graded MS66 or higher with rare traits or mint errors are especially valuable and have been featured in recent auctions across the country. Speaking of auctions, let's talk numbers. Not long ago, a 1982 D small date copper cent, confirmed to be struck on the wrong planchet and certified by PCGS, sold at auction for a staggering $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for a 1-cent coin that just happened to have the right weight, the right look, and the right timing in U.S. mint history. Stories like these are exactly why collectors search through penny rolls and old coin jars with excitement, because finds like these aren't just possible, they're real. So now the big question is, could you have one of these valuable 1982 D cents hiding in your collection? It's time to look. Use a digital scale, magnifying glass, or microscope to examine your coins. Compare the shapes of the date, large date versus small date, and don't forget to weigh it. Every tiny detail could be the clue that tells you you're holding something extremely special and valuable. We want to hear from you too. Have you found a 1982 D penny that looks different? Have you ever weighed your coins to see if you have a copper or zinc version? Let us know in the comments. The coin collecting community is full of amazing stories and discoveries, and your input could inspire someone else to take a second look at their change. Thanks for tuning in today as we explored the mystery and value of the 1982 D Lincoln 1-cent coin, a coin that proves big treasures can come in small sizes. Remember, if your coin features the rare small date, was struck on the wrong planchet, and shines with that full mint red glow, it could be worth up to $50,000. Keep collecting, keep checking, and as always, happy hunting!